Let's talk about our absolute best deal of the day. It's the pants you're getting home for $5. It's time to grab all of them. It's our today's special. How fun and ready for summer are you? Well, if you grab these pants, it's both. This is the Capri Pant by HUE. It's the everyday stretch. Wait till you see the amount of stretch you're getting on these. Don't worry about the zipper. Don't worry about the button. It will look like that structured, tailored pant, but with none of the fussing and mussing. The olive that you're seeing in front is just about sold out. If you have really fast fingers, you can call and maybe grab the last handful. We also have this color tone, which I would say would be the closest to the olive. It's called tan. It's what beautiful Tanya Christensen is wearing. We have about 390 left in the tan total. So if you're looking for that neutral, but let's talk about neutrals, really, because any blue is a neutral. And this chambray is beautiful. And there's another neutral, the navy, so popular. You can actually see here while we're on the chambray that all of these are going to have a vertical little bit of these lines that are just like a texture. They give it an interest. They really are slimming on. And these look like the pants that you would wear to the office, and you absolutely can wear them to the office. There's no grin through, there's no see-through, they're not skin tight. As you can see on me, you know, they're more of a straight leg down. Think Audrey Hepburn, you know, think that wonderful, you know, ad of Audrey Hepburn dancing in the West Side Story music. That's what you're getting with this shape. And yes, they are functional pockets in the front as well as in the back. This is the last color we haven't shown you yet. It's called the Faded Rose. And we have about 400 left total in that one. So look, we've sold over 20,000 of these because everyone wants to get the pant that's gonna fit, it's gonna be cool, it's not going to look wrinkled or stretched out. And $5.39 is right there in the pocket for me.
Works. Yeah,
where I go yes to the black, I go yes to the tan, and you know my three favorites. I don't. I can't choose. Now I'm going Nazy. These are my three, and I think if you can swing $16.
Yeah, I think so.
You're gonna kick yourself if you only grab one. That's just reality.
I would just feel, and this is, I'm telling you, you're gonna love the pants. As soon as I got them, I literally said it's like they're tailor-made for me. They're fit for me. Mine go a little bit longer. These are 24 inches, which I think is that perfect length. It's a capri across the board. All the capris, all of the brands out there, a capri is about 24 inches long. But if you're more petite, like I am, you can see it's gonna fit like a little above the ankle. If you're a little bit taller, like Natasha, it's gonna fit just, you know, a little bit higher up on her and on the models. But it has all of this stretch, 3% stretch, but it's also about the other fabrics in there as well. It's a great fabrication, so it has rayon. What does rayon do? What's the beauty of rayon? What's the big deal? Well, the thing about rayon is the fact that it's moisture wicking. It doesn't like to hold in moisture. A lot of times if these were, and I love cotton, do not get me wrong, I love a cotton, but if this were 100% cotton, cotton holds on to moisture. I used to be a runner and I would always wear a cotton shirt and it would just get wet and hang on me. And then I learned about, you know, fabrics that actually work for when it's hot outside and when you're perspiring. So in the summer months, June, July, August, September, these are gonna be the pants that we want that wick away moisture and also dry faster. Then we threw in a little nylon. Why'd we do that? To make a machine wash. You know, you can tumble dry them if you want. We suggest kind of laying them flat. But also they're not going to wrinkle as much and they're going to keep their color. Then we threw in some spandex. So they have that great stretch and that's why we're calling them, of course, that great stretch, that all over stretch. They stretch in the hips, they stretch in the thigh, they stretch in the tummy. They have a lot of movement to them. And there you can see where they hit on Jamie. She's nice and tall and a long like a gal and fit just right below the calf.
I love the pockets.
Oh, we never do big girl pockets.
I love the pockets. I love how wearable these are. And I love how finished they are. They're very chic. They're very effortless. They're very finished and polished. I mean, these are just the beautiful pant that you're gonna wanna wear on the date. You're gonna wanna wear them to the office, to the place of worship. If you just don't wanna wear that full length pant, but you don't want to be putting back on the yoga pants, the stretch pants, the spandex pants. You know, people have actually started to move away from wearing those lounge wears sometimes, you know, in public. I noticed as I was, you know, doing my spring pare down, I realized I hadn't worn the skin tight pull-on pants as often as I used to.
I'll still go from like a Pilates or yoga class to the grocery store, but I used to wake up and put them on. Like those were my pants.
Those are my pants.
Those were my pants.
And not anymore.
I mean, I do love a legging, but I think that these are actually going to be cooler.
Yes.
They're going to keep the sun off of your legs. So that's, first of all, they're going to be cooler. They're a straight leg. Now, I want to show you that they're semi-fitted. So a lot of times with HUE, we'll have, you know, a leg that's more like a legging, right? But these are a straight leg. They're semi-fitted without being oversized, and they have this wonderful stretch. So if you are doing any type of traveling, if you're sitting in the middle seat of the airplane and you're all cramped, if you're at a baseball game and you're sitting down, you're constantly, people want to, you know, scooch in and out of you, you can move, right? You can say, no problem. You're moving your legs up. It's not a big deal because they have that stretch. They have that movement and you're not going to overheat. One for every day of the week. I just keep saying it because they're so good. And the detail in this, it's like what I'm calling the summer cord. You know how cords have that?
Oh yeah, great point.
Like the whales. I think it's called the whales on a cord, the vertical striping.
Yes.
And this, you can't just see it, you can also feel it. So it's a true texture. And whenever you do that, a lot of times you lose this. That's the problem. Whenever you add like a plaid that you can feel, or a diamond, or a chevron, you lose this, and you don't lose that in these.
The stretch is really special. Now, I love the stretch in the belly. That's where I carry my weight. I'm wearing the medium. And the stretch here at the hips, though, if your hips and your thighs are where, you know, you tend to sometimes wish you had a little more stretch, feast your eyes on this unbelievable stretch and then recovery. Complete recovery to the point where, like, you know, Tanya showed earlier, she had these all rolled up to prove that, yes, you can fit the 6 of them in your closet. It will take up the space of about 1 average pair of jeans. So that was when I was like, okay, maybe I can get 4 instead of 3. But the stretch on these is so special, and I'll show you here what a great shot. Thank you. You're really allowing for life, for whatever anyone's, whatever anyone's shape is, and then it's going to come right back to having that wonderful tailored look. There's not going to be any of the bulging, any of the buckling, any of the, you know, when at the end of the day when you're like, okay, I can tell that you wore those today or yesterday, whatever it is. That's not happening here. And look at
like your travel pant.
How nice and slim the fabrication is for all of that coverage. They're going to look great in the suitcase. They're going to look great when you do the, you slap them open.
I'm gonna, you know, if you weren't with us last hour, the reason I folded these was because Natasha said, I'm just gonna pick 3 favorites. There's not enough room in my closet. I was like, girl, you can take all of them and fold them, and they'll literally be just updated, like 2 pairs of jeans, right? You can take all 6 pairs. And then when you're traveling, you literally, I'm not gonna be so dramatic. No, it's not as good. It's just not as good as, there we go, the last time.
Look at that.
And they just snap out. There's no wrinkles. So you guys, this is how you show up. You've been traveling all day. You show up at the Airbnb, right? You open that door. You want to be refreshed. Or at your host house, you're going to look like you haven't been traveling all day. They still have that fresh look. And because you're traveling, you're probably only going to bring 2 or 3 pairs of pants, right? So you're going to wear these every other day. No one's going to know when you get home. You wash them. No big deal.
Look how gorgeous these are on Jamie in the 1X. That chambray, this is the new neutral. I have to come to you because head to toe, Alma, just like home run out of the park on this styling. But you can grab this nap shirt for something like $6 or $7 today. You can grab the blazer for like $7 today. The pants for $5.39. Remember, the price will go up $20, I think $18 at the end of the day. This is why a lot of us are grabbing 2. But the reason this pant is perfection, it's gonna start at the waist, a flat encased waistband. There's no zippers, no buttons, no fussing and mussing, 2 fully functional pockets in the front and in back. But as the shape goes down here, you notice there's not too much going on. They're not wide leg. You don't have to worry, is that my style? Well, maybe it used to be, it's not right now. These are always going to be on vogue, always. They're never going to be clingy. They're never going to look like the pants from yesterday. They will always be on vogue. They won't be too much. They won't be too little. I love where they meet you right there at the ankle. It doesn't matter if you're 5'2" or 6'2", they're going to look chic on you. This chambray is absolutely a neutral. If you like denim, but you don't like to wear denim, the chambray is beautiful. And think about the months from February to October. How much of a knockout you would be walking in with this pant with such an unexpected color. And if you really wanted to go with the unexpected, this is the rose. We're down to the 300s in the rose on Rosie. Rosie's wearing the extra small. She actually tucked in that tank earlier. And look, we know this is a ribbed marl knit, right, that she has tucked in. Look at how beautifully slimming this still is here. You don't see where the tuck is. You don't see everything else that's happening beneath the pant. That's a testament to the fabrication on this pant. I love the rivets that are added there for the extra style. It's just so beautiful. It's going to fit everyone where you want. I'm wearing the medium. I knew I could have done a small. I could have done a large. It really, this is the stretch that we love, that we've come to expect from HUE. It's why we've sold over 20,000 of these today. And remember, you don't need your HSN card to use FlexPay. I waited way too long to learn that lesson. I thought, I don't read directions. I don't like to. I get overwhelmed. I thought I'd have to get approved. It would be a whole thing. Maybe some emails would have to come. It's nothing like that. It can be any major credit card, any debit card, Apple Pay, we take it all. And then you just say, I want to pay 1/5 of it. And I want you to ship them to me right away. It's not layaway. We're not waiting till the end of that 5th month. So $5.39, and we ship them to you right away. If you want them for almost free, and that's a phrase I have to be careful saying, but let's just say $1.95, okay? She's like, tell them it's almost free. I'm like, well, $1.95 sounds nice. You could actually apply for our HSN card today, and you'll get $25 off of any purchase that you choose. So you apply it to our Today Special. That's $1.95 for these pair of pants. I think we have 200 people that have made this pant their first time purchase here at HSN. And it's so wonderful because—
Do you know how cool that is?
Because they want it to fit when they take it out of the box.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's awesome. You're gonna love them. And I want you to post a picture of them. I want you to throw it on Instagram. I want you to tag you. I want to see how you have styled your pants. I love these pants. I'm telling you. Okay, of course I like all HUE. I represent HUE. I love everything we do. But when I got these home and I put them on, I said, oh, I found my summer pant, and they fit like a dream. I just love them so much. Go true to size. Do not overthink it. We put up that size chart a minute ago. So if you're always a medium, just, you know, you're a medium, get the medium. You don't have to overthink that at all, because if they have all that stretch. Rayon and nylon are stretchy. And then we added 3% spandex. Oh, there it is, thank you. So you can see we've got the waist and the hips. Remember, it has that stretch though. So it's gonna go, you're gonna pop this over your bum, you're gonna pop this over your hips, and then it goes back in, and that's what I love about it. Now, what we normally don't do in a pant is to keep things nice in front, nice and flat in the front.
Right.
Is our pockets are usually faux. So there's no button on this and there's no fly, but it looks like there is a fly, like a true pant. So if you put a nice wide belt on this, you wouldn't know. But the reason we don't do the pockets is because it adds bulk. Now, our design team, when they put these together, Rosie, put your whole hand in there. So keep going, keep going. I mean, this is not a baby pocket. You know how some pockets, you're like, pockets, oh, I see. Okay, just my fingernails.
6 inches.
This goes all the way down.
Yeah, your whole phone could go in and disappear in the pocket.
It's a pocket. We never do that because it adds bulk. And our big thing at HUE is we want things to be flattering on you, right? We don't want to add bulk in the front. Good gracious. So it doesn't do that. She has a sweater tucked in. She has pockets. Look how flattering and flat. She's tiny anyway, but it's a nice streamlined fit. The waistband is an encased elasticized waistband that is also stretchy, so it pops over the hips and then it bounces back.
Yep.
Natasha, if it didn't bounce back, you get it over your hips and then you'd have gaping.
You would.
You would have that big gaping. We don't have any of that.
No, the waistband's incredibly stretchy, and I'm telling you, if that's where you want that little bit. By the way, doesn't squeeze, but does a nice little hug here.
It's just secure.
But this is where the real, I'm telling you, I think that there's about 12 inches of stretch on the thigh, and yet you're not gonna be stretched and then say, oh goodness, oh now I see that, or that pull was there. Look at how wonderful tailored this looks. These are truly office, evening, wear them with a heel, wear them with a sequin jacket. This is like party level pant, and yet it's the pant that you want to wear while lounging. It's the pant you want to wear while running errands. It's how you look finished, it's how you look polished, it's how you feel like yourself, and it's how you do it without even noticing, because it was a $5.39 flex payment on your credit card this month. You've worn it 30 times before you paid $6. That rose right now, I think we have in the 300s left, but our most most limited is the sand. And it's making me, it's a tan, not sand, excuse me. It's making me nervous because if you didn't grab the olive, this was kind of your closest bet to getting that lighter, neutral earth tone. And now we have less than 350 total in this tan. Even if you made your purchase earlier and you got the black or the navy because you thought it's a must-have, I think you're gonna kick yourself if you don't grab the tan. Remember, we have a 30-day return policy here, so you can always try them on in the comfort of your own home.
That's true.
But you're not going to find these somewhere else for less than $60.
Okay. No. Okay, well, let's go to the price real fast. Okay, so when $26.95 is not the flex, that is the price.
You're right.
The HSN price is around $45. Now, a comparable retail value, and this is true because HUE we're the #1 legwear company in department stores in the United States. Our capri pants out there that are not these, because these are exclusive, we made them just for you, are $70 in the department stores. Think about the big department stores that anchor the malls. The Nordstroms, the Macy's, the Dillard's, the big ones. You know, the big ones in the big cities. Okay, then you think about, they're gonna be $70 in there. Then there are other brands, like a HUE lemon and a HUE this and a HUE they're tech pants. They do, think about your golf pants and your HUE lemons and all of those. Those are about $120 because they have technology and then that wicks away moisture. These do as well. I have a pair of pants that I got at a very kind of upscale place in the mall, and I paid $120 for them. They are rayon and nylon. They do not have the stretch, and I regret them because they were $120. I could have had all the colors. So these have that stretch. These have that style. The capri has been around since 1945. That's when it was first invented. It was a German designer, and she named them after her favorite vacation spot, the Isle of Capri. She said, we're gonna name these the Capri. Audrey Hepburn wore them in the movie Sabrina. Marilyn Monroe wore them. Grace Kelly wore them. And next thing you know, all of America's wearing them. Now, they're very popular and they haven't left Florida. This is what we wear. I didn't even know they had a little silent time. Apparently they did, and now they're back with a vengeance because every single brand, even the higher end brands that start with the V and start with the C, they have their version of capris. Nobody has a capri for $26.95.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Not even like the big box cheapo stores.
And I really do look for anything comparable here before you know I come out. I've seen HUE, I've seen them in the department stores. I go and I look and I go, oh man, we really are getting a steal here. I mean, we're talking $80 for their t-shirts, we're talking $70 to $100 for the pants. Here we get fractions of the price, and then we take that and we divide it into fractions. So you're paying $5 for what other people are paying $70 to $100 for. We ship it right away. $26 and change today. When we go back up to that 45, I do think that our tan will be sold out. Our olive is now sold out. This is your chance to grab it in whatever size is your true to size. If you've ever bought HUE or just your favorite leggings, by the way, if you get it home and you go, oh, I got the large, I wish I'd gotten the extra large, we'll pay for the shipping and handling to ship back that large. We'll pay the shipping and handling to ship you the extra large. We have the best exchange policy anywhere. It's why people love to shop with us for things like their clothing. It's just such a better way to try things on in the comfort of your home. So I knew usually what I do is I get my two favorite colors. I do one that I know I'm gonna wear, and then I do the one that brings me the most joy, right?
Oh, put this on. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, hold that up. I know pants you wear down here, but that's a good color.
The roses?
Yeah, and it's the same color as your lip.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Well, I know they're not underneath your, but we do have matching colors in that faded rose.
But this one only is in the 200s left, so I may not even get it in time.
Well, you won't get it in time. And that's nice of you to share it with others first. You know, take it, all of you that's how I am whenever. I'm very fortunate that I have all the pants.
Well, and you know, I'm
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And I'm such a turquoise girl. I love to grab.
I like turquoise too.
I love to grab clothes based on my jewelry that I wear, you know? If you love to wear your turquoise and your silvers, how fun this is. It's such an unexpected pop. Do you have a white sandal? Do you have a tan sandal? Do you have, you know, whether they're your Birkenstocks? If you have, you know, your sneakers and your whites or your tans, these are gonna look so fresh. But the one that you will wear the most, let's just, you know, say what it is. This is the one you will wear the most. You are gonna ride her till the wheels fall off. This is the black. It is the one you will wear with your t-shirts. You will be wearing it with your tank tops. You'll be wearing it with your sweaters. And look at the style on these. They are Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah,
It's
they are.
just so beautiful. By the way, I know we have some of you on hold right now on the line. Sometimes people love to speak with someone, and if that's you, I totally understand that. But if you do want to skip the line, you can just take out whatever smartphone you have. If it's a phone that has a camera on it, go ahead and point it right there at that little box. And if you open up the camera to take a picture of that box, a yellow line will pop right up on your screen. It'll have numbers and letters. It'll look like a funny code. You just tap that yellow line, the one that's right there on your camera visual. You just tap that yellow line. It'll take you right to the front of the line. You can check out. No one will even know you cut their place in line, which is great. But that, if you do want to wait online, of course, we'll get to you. You're seeing now the tan on Jamie and the 1X. That's what you said, creams and whites.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
That is what I'm saying. And back in the day, white only with white, tan only with tan. Heaven forbid we mix the two. My goodness. I love that we're in 2025 and we can do whatever we want to do. You can mix, you can match, you can wear the golds and the silvers together. You can wear your tans and your creams together. This is the look. This is the look. This is the moment. First of all, the capri is the silhouette. And then this color thing that's going on right now is just fantastic. And she's wearing that with our nap shirt. I went ahead and grabbed our boyfriend tee that I think is almost sold out.
Yeah.
But since you were talking about the black, I mean, do that.
That's so cool.
And I would do silver jewelry with this. I would do a chunky sneaker. I would do a silver like crossbody bag.
Oh,
I mean,
that's cool.
Look at, and I think this is like a $3 on a 5 flex. And
Did you tie that yourself?
I tied it.
Will you tie mine?
Yes, I'll tie yours.
I want to learn.
Girl.
Teach me your ways, Tanya Christensen. We can wait until the break, or I'll just talk while you're doing it.
No, I'll do it.
So
let's go over here.
this is the boyfriend tee. We had a couple colors. We have white, we have gray, and we have black still available.
Okay,
guess what?
2 seconds to
Oh my
do
gosh.
that. There. Oh, now you're all snatched.
I look fair. What did you do? Did I just exercise for 6 months, or did you just tie my shirt? That was great.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, I love this. $3 and change to get this shirt home. $3 and change. You cannot go wrong. So this whole look is going to be less than $9.
I tell
Tanya
you.
Christensen, will you do
You're
like
welcome.
a video on your socials to teach women how to do this? This little tie?
You take it, you twist it, you tie it.
You say
Natasha.
it. You say it like it's
You
easy.
guys know how to tie it.
No,
too.
not like this. I couldn't make it look like this. So, and Jamie's like, yeah, exactly. There's a skill. That's beautiful nap shirt on Jamie, by the way. That's a customer pick. Over 2 dozen reviews on that nap shirt. That's going to be coming up in a minute. That one's $5.99 to get.